All right, everyone. We have head coach Jonatan Giráldez and Lena Silano. Jason, you want to go ahead and kick us off?
Sure thing, Sam. Hello to you both. Thanks for speaking with us.
Welcome.
I guess I wanted to start off. Last week, it seemed like Kansas City adapted some very different tactics from what we've seen maybe the whole year. Obviously, there's no guarantee that they play that way again, and I know your team has focused on yourselves all season, but how do you prepare to go on the road and face a team that has suddenly shown that they can be, very aggressive, high pressing, counter pressing, or they can sit back and play a very counter attacking game?
Morning, Jason. For me, I know they were doing different things, especially out of possession, but we have to prepare, thinking that maybe different scenarios can happen. Maybe not in the beginning, but during the whole game. So what I like always is putting in practice different options in training to make sure that if we find a type of pressure of the opponent, we know exactly what we have to do. So if that's not happen, it will be, a good option for our learning. Other time, maybe during the game or maybe other games, know exactly what do we have to do. For example, last week against Houston, we were putting in practice different situation against high press. So if tomorrow we have that situation again, we know how do we have to face that. And if the mid block or low block from Kansas City for tomorrow, they try to do that, we know in terms of position, in terms of tactical, which is the solution. So for me, the most important thing is have a good adaptation, especially in the beginning of the week, in the beginning of the game, because as a team, when we speak the same language, that is, for me, means a lot. So I think right now we have different tools to adapt, depending of what the opponent is doing. So I think tomorrow will be a good test to see how the team can adapt, especially from the beginning of the game.
And Lena, I wanted to ask you, obviously at this time last year, the season was kind of getting away from the group a little bit, results wise. Right now, it seems like, Jonah mentioned last week in his presser, too much good news, I think was the quote for a second there. I'm wondering how within the group, within the players, how are you coping with the stretch run here with the pressure of being kind of expected to win in most games and coming through with your best regardless?
Yeah, I think we're not viewing it too much as pressure and we have to win. I think every day we're going game by game and our staff is doing a really good job preparing us and we understand like what's going on. So I think everyone's doing a really good job keeping level head and just going game by game and not thinking too much about it.
Appreciate it. I'll pass the mic here.
Ella, go ahead.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you both for being here. I guess similar to Jason's first question, how has preparation for this game against Kansas City been different than how you prepared for Kansas City, when you guys played a month ago, when you had a lot more time to sort of prepare and integrate a bunch of new players in?
For me or Lena?
For Jonah, I think.
Okay. When you play first time against Kansas and when you win, the second game is not gonna be the same game. It will be other game. So we have to take experience about what we did in the right direction, what we did in the bad direction, and have a good learning about that memories, and know exactly what do we have to do tomorrow because the game is not gonna be the same. We are playing in a way now. They won't have a good revenge for sure, and they will modify for sure small details. So we are gonna do different things too. So the game it will be different. So for me, it's give the players tools to solve the different situation that during the game can happen. And I think right now, in terms of good news, the last weeks, the team is performing well, and the team will be ready and prepared for the game of tomorrow too.
And then one question for Lena. Earlier in the season, when there were fewer players just in this squad, it seemed like the the group had a pretty set lineup and it was, you know, a lot of players playing the same minutes. And now it seems like more players are being relied on to, you know, start games or impact games in a different way. How, I guess, what is your take on that and how more players have been contributing at this point in the season?
I think we have an amazing group, and I think it's awesome that we have so much depth, and every day everyone works super hard. And regardless of the minutes that people get, I feel like everyone shows up and gives 100% of themselves. I used to go by this quote of like, give the best of you, not the rest of you. And I think that's really big with this group. And I've said this before, but it comes in fruition of like people are coming in so late in the season and still doing well and performing. And I think that's comes from staff preparing and mentally and physically for sure. And yeah, I think we're all just prepared and like we do want to win and we want to do it for each other. So it's really awesome to see that everyone's giving the best of themselves.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Do we have any more questions for Lena before we let her go?
I could do one more.
All right, Jason, go ahead.
Lena, we just got the news maybe 15 minutes ago or so that Tara had signed a long contract extension. Obviously you arrived, and I think once you arrived was right when she was transitioning to becoming a center back. How has that been, sort of competing with her and watching her sort of learn a position that was kind of brand new to her as of what, 17, 18 months ago?
Yeah, I'm actually really happy for Tara. She deserves it and she works so hard. I think I'm super lucky to go against like one of the best center backs in the league. And I think we've both been pushing each other from the start. And I've known Tara for a little bit. I used to play high school soccer against her, so it's definitely like a fun, exciting experience every single time. Yeah, she's adapted so well, and from her first game to even today, like she just keeps improving, and I'm super happy for her, and I can only see her going like this for the rest of her career.
Who got the best of those high school games?
Um, that's a sensitive subject,
Okay.
but I think Newberry Park did beat Agora a few times. But I'm gonna say it was a tie.
Okay. That's solid. Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much, Lena. And we'll have a
Thanks.
few more questions with Jonah. Luis, go ahead.
In Spanish, you can answer in Spanish.
Okay, next time.
Next time.
Next time. Hasta luego.
Ciao.
Coach, yo sé, ¿verdad? Que tiene la filosofía de ir juego tras juego, pero esta parte de la temporada, ¿verdad? Esta gira de visitantes es una gira importante. O sea, ¿cómo va preparando el equipo para, ¿verdad? Buscar este juego contra Kansas y poder empezar con el lado positivo y poder incrementando ¿verdad? El hype y la emoción del equipo camino a terminar la gira de visitantes de la mejor manera?
Bueno, es pensando, es un tópico, pero partido a partido. A mí no me gusta pensar nunca a 2, 3 semanas vista. A mí me gusta pensar en el hoy. Hoy tenemos un entrenamiento. El entrenamiento de hoy es lo más importante. Cuando acabe el entrenamiento, lo siguiente más importante será el partido de mañana y es mi filosofía. Yo solo pienso en qué puedo hacer hoy para ayudar a las jugadoras a que puedan dar su 100% y es también lo que les pido a ellas. A ellas les pido que estén centradas y concentradas en lo que hacen cada día. De nada me sirve pensar qué es lo que va a pasar en estos siguientes 3 partidos porque eso me descentra. Lo que tenemos que hacer es centrarnos solamente en el hoy, porque ir más allá de un día, pues te resta energía para lo que realmente toca, que es poner la atención en el entrenamiento de hoy.
Entonces, pues hablando del partido contra Kansas, o sea, como mismo dijiste en inglés, siempre las segundas vueltas son un partido mucho más complicado, ¿no? Porque pues ya ellas saben por dónde jugarle, ya saben, ya pueden ajustar en defensa, o sea, cómo el equipo está ajustando para quizás esto no le afecte en el partido.
Bueno, es anticipar cosas que pueden suceder para tener la capacidad de adaptación ya desde el principio del partido, es anticipar lo que crees que va a pasar, no esperar que va a suceder lo mismo, porque si no creo que sería un gran error por mi parte. A mí me gusta siempre pues intentar dar soluciones a las jugadoras o cosas que se pueden encontrar en el partido y que eso les sirva, que eso les prepare y que cuando se encuentre en esa situación de juego en el partido, pues les suene, ¿no? Y que ya lo hayamos hablado, que ya lo hayamos visto, que ya lo hayamos entrenado. Bueno, creo que es la manera en la que tenemos que afrontar siempre cada semana de entrenamiento, especialmente cuando ya has jugado contra este equipo. Entonces, sabiendo que va a ser un partido distinto, es tener la capacidad de adaptación desde el minuto 1 para que merezcamos la victoria.
Annie, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Thank you for speaking with us today. My first question, I think you may not have the full answer for yet, but I did want to ask about Lesar. Obviously, she was out last week. Just wondering if you had any kind of update on her and how serious her injury might be.
Yeah, I was expecting that she was going to be available for this week, but unfortunately she's not with us today. She didn't travel because she didn't feel 100%, and for me in this moment of the season, no sense take any type of risk, but I hope soon she can be back with the team.
Thank you. And then obviously Jason asked Lena about Tara McKeown and her new contract. I also wanted to, see if you had any thoughts on Tara McKeown signing that new contract and just kind of what she brings to the team.
I had to say that for me is one of the players who improved much more since the beginning of the preseason. I am remembering now training sessions in the beginning of preseason, and right now is completely different player. So right now, in terms of knowledge for the center back position, she's prepared to play against who she wants. So for me, that is an important step forward. Right now, in possession, she improved a lot, and out of possession, she improved a lot too. So I am very happy because she's always with good attitudes in terms of training. In terms of pressure, she likes that. When she has to play against important strikers, she loves the 50-50 situations, all the challenge, when she has to run, when she has to push, when she has to bump. I think she's enjoying a lot. So when you are defending, enjoy for me, enjoy as defender is the most important thing. When you are defending, you are enjoying, you are defending the box, you are winning challenge, when you are doing everything. And she has root, on center back position. So as she's enjoying the way that she's competing, it's a big news for Tara, for me as a coach, and for the team for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ella, and then we'll wrap up with Jason.
All right. Asking a question on behalf of Andre Carlisle. You've been using more of the squad, but we haven't had a chance to see Chloe Ricketts because of her injury. Is there any update or timetable on when she might be available?
Did you ask about the changes?
If Chloe Ricketts, what's an update on her status and any timetable on when she might be available?
Chloe Ricketts, yeah. She's doing right now rehab. She's not completely full to train with the team, but I hope soon she will be available to be part of the training with the team. And let's see if she can be available soon to compete and help the players into the pitch.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Jason, wrap us up.
Jonah, I was curious, at this point in the season, you've had some time now to make sure that the team is playing the way you want, but obviously I know you're always going to tell us that there's always more to grow and more room for the team to improve or new things to add. How satisfied are you with the team's progress at this point, and what are you looking for the team to improve on in these last few weeks before the playoffs?
Yeah, for me, I know that's a topic, but it's what I believe we can improve a lot in the whole areas, in possession, out of possession, physically, the mentality. But at the same time, I have to say I'm very happy with the performance so far, because my feeling is we are improving a lot as a team. So that is for me the most important thing right now. You know, when you are training and after the training you are better than the day before, that is, you know, what is unacceptable from my side is 1 week and you didn't improve. And what I am feeling now in the whole areas, we are doing good things, but at the same time we are adding different situations in terms of tactical that we can find. Maybe not tomorrow, but maybe for other important games. And for me, putting the focus on playoff, what will be the key is which is our shape at that moment. So how can we anticipate the load during the weeks to achieve our highest performance for that games? That is, as a coach right now, is the most important thing. Why? Because in terms of tactical, we are going to improve, you know, because you have to play against different teams. So every game you are going to put in practice different situations in terms of build up, how to have to defense, transitions, set pieces. You will improve on that. But which is your shape? How can you anticipate, you know, if the player will be fit and giving their best for that game? For me, that is my mentality, is what I believe. Play good football, but be on your best, you know. So that is find the good balance to achieve exactly what you want for the most important games in the season.
Appreciate it, Jonah. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jonah. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye bye.